The updated 2026 TOEFL exam has a brand new reading task that most test takers have never practiced for. And if you don't know what to expect, it can catch you completely off guard. I'm going to break it down for you today so there are no surprises on test day. Hi, my name's Olivia and I'm a TOEFL Test Prep expert here at Study.com. Study.com is the official TOEFL Test Prep Partner, meaning our practice materials are developed in collaboration with the makers of the test. So what you practice with us is what you'll see on exam day. In this video, we're going to break down exactly how the Read in Daily Life task works, walk through practice questions together, and cover the strategies you need to answer quickly and accurately. Let's get into it. The task is called Read in Daily Life, and it's one of the brand new additions to the updated 2026 TOEFL exam reading section. Think of it like checking your inbox or reading a flyer posted on a bulletin board at school. The texts you'll see are pretty short, ranging from as few as 15 words to around 150 words at most. You're not analyzing complex academic arguments. You're pulling out key details, understanding the purpose of the message, and figuring out what action needs to be taken. That's exactly what this task is measuring. The reading section is adaptive, so the total number of items and time can vary from test to test based on your performance. The most reliable thing to follow on test day is simply the timer shown on your screen for each module. Just work with the clock in front of you and pace yourself accordingly. Let's look at our first practice question so you can see exactly how this works. Here's a notice you might see posted in an apartment building. Now, here's the first question. The correct answer is B. The notice clearly states Thursday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is a straightforward detail question. The answer is right there in the text. The trap here is that the other options change just one detail, the day or the time range, hoping you'll misremember or skim too quickly. Always go back to the text and verify. Here's the second question from the same notice. The correct answer is C. The notice says, please plan accordingly by storing enough water for your household needs prior to the outage. Option A is mentioned as a contact option for questions, not as something residents are advised to do. Options B and D aren't mentioned anywhere in the text. This is where careful reading beats speed. The answer is in the details. There are two strategies to keep in mind for Read in Daily Life. First, always identify the purpose of the text before looking at the questions. Ask yourself, why was this written? Is it a request, an update, an invitation, a complaint? Once you know the purpose, most of the answers become obvious. Second, when a question asks what someone means by a specific phrase, look at what comes directly before and after it. The surrounding context will almost always tell you the answer. Don't overthink it or bring in meaning that isn't there. Now let's look at a different type of text, a chain of messages between two friends. Here's the first question. The correct answer is A. Two things happen in this conversation. Jenna asks to push the meeting back to 7, and Alex brings up the presentation they need to work on. So it's about rescheduling and discussing a task. Option C is wrong because the meeting isn't canceled, just moved. Option D is tempting because a cafe is mentioned, but they're not deciding where to go. That was already settled. Now, here's the second question. The correct answer is B. Stuck at work is an informal expression meaning she's busy and can't leave yet, not that she's literally trapped. This is the kind of idiomatic language the Read in Daily Life task loves to test. Option A takes the phrase too literally. Options C and D aren't supported by anything in the conversation. Remember, when a question asks what someone means, context is everything. Alright, now it's your turn. Here's an invoice from a lawn care company. Read it carefully, then answer the question. Pause the video if you need more time and drop your answer in the comments. Here's the question. Take a moment, pick your answer, and write it in the comments. The correct answer is B. The invoice specifically states, please make payment by check or online transfer. No mention of cash, credit card, or digital app. So options A, C, and D are all unsupported. This is an inference question, but it's really just testing whether you read the payment instructions carefully. The word inferred might make it sound complicated, but the answer is right there in the text. Now that you know how this task works and what strategies to use, let's talk about how to prepare effectively. The best thing you can do is start reading everyday English as much as possible. Emails, text messages, flyers, announcements, menus, office memos, anything you'd actually encounter in a university or workplace setting. As you read, practice asking yourself the key questions. What's the purpose of this text? What action does the reader need to take? What does this phrase actually mean in context? That habit of active reading is exactly the muscle this task is testing. When it comes to practice materials, quality matters. Study.com is the official TOEFL Test Prep Partner, and their practice questions are built alongside the actual test makers. So what you see in practice is what you'll face on exam day. As you practice, Study.com helps you track your progress and even predict how you're trending toward your target TOEFL exam score. What really makes a difference, though, is their personalized AI tutor. It doesn't just tell you if an answer is right or wrong, it adapts to your performance and zeroes in on the areas where you need the most work. That means you're not wasting time on skills you've already nailed, and every study session moves you closer to your target score. The more you practice reading real-world English, the more natural this task will feel, and the faster you'll move through it on test day. Even a few minutes of daily practice adds up quickly. If this video helped you out, show us some love with a like and subscribe so you don't miss our other TOEFL test breakdowns covering the rest of the reading section, plus listening, writing, and speaking. Drop your answers to the sample questions in the comments. We want to hear from you. Good luck with your test prep, and we'll see you in the next one.